Hey everybody, Megan Rathbone here. I'm going to introduce myself completely here in a second, but I first just want to let you know that this webinar is to encourage those of you who are Beachbody coaches to become group exercise instructors, and those of you who are group exercise instructors to consider becoming a Beachbody coach. And I'm going to talk about how those go hand in hand. So again, my name is Megan Rathbone. I have been a fitness professional for 14 years. So it started for me all the way back in college. I remember going to freshman orientation and walking throughout the campus and being able to go visit the rec center and walking into the rec center and hearing this loud music, and it was like there was a party going on upstairs. And so me and a couple of girls went upstairs. We got to take our very first group exercise class. It was a kickboxing class, and it was so fun. And I just remember thinking, I have no idea what I'm going to do in college. I have no idea what I'm going to do in life, but I know that I'm going to do this. I fell in love with group exercise, and I became an instructor a few months later, started teaching classes in college at the rec center, and it kind of just went on from there. So that was 14 years ago. Like I said, there's going to be typos in here. So like I said, I've been a group exercise instructor since then. Shortly thereafter college, I became a personal trainer. I started working in different corporate and community gyms. So I worked in Austin for a few years, moved to Houston, worked in different places like Freescale, Chevron, different city recreation centers. I started up exercise programs for a lot of places who were bringing on exercise instructors and needed somebody to start their first schedule, to bring on their first personal trainer. So I have a lot of experience in the whole director management world. But with that, I really hit a glass ceiling as far as how far I could go in the gym world. For those of you who are familiar with the gym world, there's not a whole lot of places to move up after you get into that management system. So I was frustrated because I hit a glass ceiling, and I was also frustrated because not only did I hit a glass ceiling with my schedule, which was usually all over the place, even if I had a typical 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 job, it really wasn't, because some mornings would be really early depending on if I taught classes or if I was auditing something or helping with an event. And then sometimes there would be late nights. So I was frustrated with the schedule. I was also frustrated with the glass ceiling of the pay, of the income that I could make in a gym. Even though I've worked in really nice facilities, like I said, like corporate facilities, different resorts, different country clubs, there's still only so far you can go with your salary or with your income in the fitness world working in a place like that. So I loved the in-person fitness. Group exercise was my baby. It was my first love. I loved working one-on-one with people in personal training, but I was frustrated. So let's rewind to just 4 years ago. So in 2012, I actually found myself as a newlywed working outside of the fitness world. I had gotten so frustrated with how I was kind of being treated as an employee at the gym, and like I said, hitting that glass ceiling over and over, that I decided to look elsewhere. I still taught classes and trained people on the side, but for my main big girl job, I was actually working in corporate America. So I was outside of the fitness world, and very quickly, within a few months of that, I felt completely out of place. I was out of my element. I felt like I wasn't making a difference with my talents, with my calling. And I really became miserable. I had a bad commute, and I wasn't passionate about the work that I was doing. But the money was good, right? Because I was working outside of fitness. I was in kind of a booming industry, and the money was really good. So there was that side of it. Lo and behold, I ran into an old friend of mine who I used to teach group exercise with back in college, and she opened the door for me for the coaching opportunity. So 4 years ago, I became a coach with Beachbody, and it really helped me expand my reach in the fitness world while being able to do everything from home. Because like I said, I was a newlywed, and my husband was ready to start a family. So a few months after becoming a coach, I got pregnant with our first son, Weston. And I made it a goal to be able to quit my big girl job in the corporate world by the time my son was born. So after I had been coaching for 1 year. Our family was expanding. We needed more freedom with our schedule. I didn't want to be tied to a job that I hated and leave my son every day. So that became my goal. So in finishing my story, what I did to become a coach full-time within 1 year was a lot of hard work, but it was a lot of focused work. And it's something that anyone can truly accomplish if it's that driving force that you have within you. Why did I do this? Because my family was expanding. It still is. We are expecting our second son pretty much any day now. My team also expanded, my team of coaches that I worked with. My social media presence expanded. I started sharing my fitness journey on Facebook, on Instagram, through social media, through email to reach more people. My love for the gym also expanded. I got to go back to teaching more classes and I had time to do that. Not only that, but I had a love, and I still do, for teaching instructors how to teach. So it really opened the door for me to become a master trainer, which I've been doing for a year now with Insanity, PIO, and now Country Heat Live. So in really looking at all of my options, I was able to open a lot of doors for myself, just giving myself the chance to do so. So I want you to think of this with an open mind. Okay, so I first want to talk to those of you who are Beachbody coaches and why you should consider becoming an instructor, specifically an instructor with Beachbody Live. Okay, so what are the benefits? So those of you who are coaches, you are obviously familiar with the coaching world. You are familiar with our home programs, with Shakeology, with all the nutrition help that we offer. And what you do now as a coach is help people from home. With challenge groups, you're working on building a team of coaches. The great thing about having the instructor title and being able to teach classes, especially with our formats, Insanity, PIO, Country Heat, P90X, Turbo Kick, and Size, formats that we also have in home programs, is that you really get to expand your reach. It's a way to reach more people, to make new relationships, and you can really work on your own form and technique and your own fitness and getting better at whatever format that you're teaching at the same time. It gives you kind of some respect or some clout for whatever you teach. People look to you as an expert in that area. So if you teach Insanity, obviously people are going to ask you specific questions for help with Insanity. So it helps you not only improve your own fitness level, but it's kind of a new challenge because at our trainings where we teach you how to become an instructor, you learn so much about how to talk to people, how to help people, and in turn, you can then help people more effectively with the home programs. It's also great cross-training. So if you like to teach different classes or do different home workouts, this is another way to cross-train and add something else to your workout routine. There is an adrenaline rush whenever you teach group exercise. So if you're one of those people that thrives off of new challenges and new ways to expand your reach and push yourself to your limits, you will love that aspect of teaching. It's also a great way to start your fitness resume. So that's awesome that you're a coach, but again, it gives you some clout and some respect in the fitness world when you have a certification. So being able to say, I am a certified Insanity instructor, or I'm a certified Country Heat instructor, or PIO instructor, or whatever, it really helps people look to you like you are serious about your fitness, that you've invested to become an expert in that area, and that you are constantly working on that format. Like I said, it helps you meet new people and build new relationships. And it's a great way to have an outlet, because even though we love working from home, it's also nice to have a door where you get to walk through to leave your home and kind of put on that instructor hat and be somebody else for an hour while you teach, or however long it is. So those are some benefits and some things that can help move your business forward as far as coaching to instructing. So, second part I want to talk about is if you are a group exercise instructor or a personal trainer or a fitness professional of any kind, you work in the gym, why should you consider becoming a Beachbody coach? You know, I have to say, it was the best career decision I ever made to become a coach. And I say that because It is the one way that I have been able to develop an income, a salary for myself that lasts over time, that I can do from anywhere. So I was able to build my own brand. Fit to the Bone is my own brand, around this $1 billion best in the home fitness world company that already does so much marketing to put themselves out there. People are so familiar with Insanity and P90X and the 21-Day Fix and Shakeology and everything that Beachbody puts out there. I was able to partner with them and start my own brand, right? Start my own coaching business with them, providing all the tools for me. So I can work from home. I can do it while we're on vacation. I can do it while we're traveling. I can literally work from anywhere as a coach. It's helped me expand my reach by not limiting me to location. I can't even tell you how many people after college were so sad that we were all going our separate ways because they couldn't work out with me anymore, right? Or like I said, I've worked in Austin, I've worked in Houston, I've traveled all over Texas. I can't be at everybody's house or at everyone's local gym working out with them. I can only do that within the city that I'm currently living in or where I'm going to hold a training. So coaching has really allowed me to work with people all over the US and in Canada. So that's been amazing because social media has been able to play such a role in that for me. I post daily exercise videos. I post tips all the time. I have different people in my challenge groups that, like I said, live everywhere. So it's opened the doors for me to help more people, not limited by location. Also, there's two missing pieces in the gym world. You know that as a personal trainer or as an instructor, you get to work with people for 30 minutes or an hour, however long your session or class is. And that's great. They need you to motivate them, to help them with their form and technique, to push them to new limits, to help them achieve goals. But what about the other days of the week where you don't see them? Or what about when it comes to being mealtime or snack time and they have no idea what to do? I was helping so many people, but what I was noticing was, especially with my personal training clients, when I would ask them, how's your nutrition going? What are you doing on the days that we're not working out together? What are you doing for your workouts those days? It was really hard for them to stay on track when they weren't with me in person. And that made me sad. So coaching has allowed me to have tools to help people 24/7. Shakeology and our nutrition programs and our clean eating guides, those act as like the missing puzzle piece for so many people who have no idea. They might think they're eating healthy, but they're wondering why their body's not changing when they're working out so hard. It's because of their nutrition. It's also created a constant accountability. Like I said, you only get to see people so many times a week at the gym. Even if you see them every day at the gym, you still don't know what they're doing when they're outside of the gym. So it's helped create an accountability system with things like challenge groups where they check in with you and tell you what they're struggling with, how they're doing, how they're succeeding. They get to track their results by everything that they're doing in their life and not just at the gym. So another great thing about coaching is I came in as a fit person, right? I used to be a marathon runner. I've run the Boston Marathon. I used to teach every class you could imagine. You know, back in the day, I used to teach 15 classes a week at the gym. So I know what it means to be in great shape, but I found myself in a plateau with my fitness. So not only do our home programs help our customers and our challengers, but they also help us as coaches. I got into the best shape of my life with Insanity and Insanity Max 30 and PIO and completing our home programs and getting my nutrition in line because that was a missing piece for me as well. So it helped me with my own fitness level. It created new challenges for me. And I am a huge promoter of not just the gym and workouts you can do there, but home programs as well because I have seen the change in my own self. So what's next? What is next if you are a coach and you're considering becoming an instructor? I would suggest getting a hold of me. So on Facebook, I have a like page. It's called Fit to the Bone. Notice that it's the number 2. And I would love to hear from you. So send me a message on there, and I would love to add you to my Facebook group where I post all types of tips and resources and FAQs and videos and information about upcoming certifications and free master classes and all of that. I have a free, of course, group page for Insanity, PIO, and Country Heat specifically. And if you're interested in one of the other formats, I talk about those sometimes too. So I would love to hook you up with that information. So send me a message and I can add you into the free group. If you're an instructor or a personal trainer or someone who works at the gym and you want to find out more specifics about becoming a coach, I would love to hear from you. So if you go to fittothebone.com/team-esteem. Okay, so remember, fit2, the number 2, thebone.com/team-esteem. Fill out the form there, and that way I can be in touch with you. I would love to send you a little more information for you to look over and get your FAQs answered about coaching, how to get started with it, and that way you can find out if it's really for you. If all else fails, you can always email me, magenrathbone@gmail.com. Notice the spelling. So I hope this helped you. I hope that you have an open mind when it comes to the fitness world and everything that you can have at your fingertips to help people. Thank you so much for watching this, and hopefully you'll be reaching out to me and I'll be talking to you soon.